Someone hurt you, and they walked away like it meant nothing. No apology, no accountability, no consequences that you could see. And you've been carrying that pain in silence, wondering if God even noticed what they did to you, wondering if justice will ever come, wondering if being faithful even matters where it feels like the wicked prosper and the righteous suffer alone. I need you to hear this. God saw it. Every single thing they did to you, He witnessed, and He's not neutral about it. When someone hurts one of His chosen, they don't just create a problem with that person. They create a problem with God Himself. And what God does when someone hurts a chosen woman is nothing short of strategic, powerful, and absolutely inevitable. You are not just any woman. You are chosen. You've been marked by God for a specific assignment. You carry an anointing that the enemy fears. And when someone comes against you, when someone betrays you, when someone lies about you, when someone tries to destroy you, they are not just coming against you. They're coming against the God who called you, anointed you, and protects you. And that's a battle they cannot win. The fact that you are still standing after what you've been through is proof that God has been holding you together. The fact that you didn't break, that you didn't lose your faith, that you didn't become bitter and vengeful, that's not just your strength. That's God's grace sustaining you through something that should have destroyed you completely. He's been carrying you when you thought you were walking on your own. Here's what most people don't understand about how God operates when someone hurts one of His chosen. He doesn't move on your emotions. He doesn't move on your timeline. He doesn't react the way you would react. He moves strategically. He moves with precision. And He waits for the exact moment where His justice will have maximum impact, not just on the person who hurt you, but on everyone who's been watching. While you've been praying for justice, God has been building a case. Every tear you cried, He collected. Every sleepless night you endured, He recorded. Every moment you chose peace when you wanted revenge, He witnessed. And He's been preparing something that's going to leave no doubt that He was with you the entire time. Let me tell you what happens in the spiritual realm when someone hurts a chosen woman. First, God removes His hand of protection from their life. They might not feel it immediately. On the surface, everything might still look fine, but slowly, the covering they once had starts to lift. Favor they used to have starts to fade. Opportunities they used to get start to disappear. Relationships they thought were solid start to crack, and they won't understand why. They'll try to fix it, but nothing will work the way it used to. Beyond that, God begins to expose them, not always publicly, not always immediately, but in the right rooms, at the right time, to the right people, the truth starts coming out. The lies they told about you start unraveling. The image they worked so hard to maintain starts cracking. People start seeing them for who they really are. And the reputation they built on deception starts crumbling without them even realizing what's happening. And here's what I need you to hold on to. God doesn't just deal with the person who hurt you. He restores what they tried to take from you. The peace they stole, He gives back multiplied. The confidence they shattered, He rebuilds stronger. The time they wasted, He redeems. The reputation they tried to destroy, He vindicates. And He doesn't just bring you back to where you were before. He elevates you beyond it. He takes you higher than you would have gone if they had never touched your life. You've probably been wondering why justice hasn't come yet, why it's taking so long, why you're still waiting. Here's why. God is not just dealing with one person. He's dealing with everyone who played a role. The person who hurt you, the people who stood by and watched, the people who believed the lies, the people who should have defended you but stayed silent. God is handling all of it. And when He moves, it won't just be one consequence, it'll be a series of events that no one saw coming. There's also something God is doing inside you while you wait. He's been using this season to refine you, to purify your motives, to teach you how to trust Him when you can't see His hand moving. He's been removing bitterness before it takes root. He's been protecting your heart from becoming hard. Because if you walked into your next season carrying unforgiveness, it would poison everything He's about to give you. Here's something you need to know. The pain you've endured is not wasted. God is going to use your story to set other people free. The betrayal you survived is going to become a testimony that encourages someone else. The injustice you faced is going to give you a platform to speak truth into situations where people feel hopeless. God doesn't allow pain without purpose. Now let me tell you what's about to happen. In the coming weeks, you're going to start seeing signs that God is moving. Small things at first. A shift in a situation that's been stagnant. A message from someone you haven't heard from. A door opening that you didn't knock on. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that God is working on your behalf. The person who hurt you is going to face consequences. It might not look the way you thought it would. It might not happen on the timeline you expected, but it's coming. And when it does, you won't even have to say anything. People will see it. The same people who questioned you are going to see the truth. And they are going to know that God was fighting for you all along. So here's what I need you to do starting tonight. Before you go to bed, pray this prayer. God, I release every person who hurt me into your hands. I am not their judge. You are. I trust you to handle what I cannot handle. I forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because I deserve to be free. And I declare that no weapon formed against me will prosper. Every tongue that rises against me in judgment, you will condemn. I am covered. I am chosen. I am protected. And I will see your justice in my lifetime. Pray that prayer for the next 7 nights and watch what happens. Watch how your perspective shifts. Watch how the weight lifts. Watch how the bitterness dissolves, and watch how God starts moving in ways that prove He's been fighting for you. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. God has seen every single thing, and He's been preparing something so powerful, so undeniable, that when it manifests, everyone will know that God was with you. The person who hurt you thought they were attacking you, but they didn't realize they were positioning you for promotion. Because every attack you survive makes you stronger. Every betrayal you overcome makes you wiser. Every injustice you endure while maintaining your integrity makes you more powerful. And God is about to showcase that power. Walk forward with your head up. Walk forward knowing that justice is not just coming, it's already in motion. And the same God who's been sustaining you in the valley is about to elevate you to the mountain. You are a chosen woman. And when someone hurts a chosen woman, they don't just answer to her. They answer to the God who called her. And His justice is perfect, precise, and inevitable. What God does when someone hurts a chosen woman is this. He fights for her. He vindicates her. He restores her. He elevates her. And He deals with her enemies in ways that leave no room for doubt about whose side He's on. Your justice is coming, and it's going to be worth every moment you waited for it. And let me tell you one more thing. When the vindication comes, when people see what God has done for you, don't let it make you prideful. Don't let it make you arrogant. Let it make you humble. Let it make you grateful. Because the same grace that covered you when you were hurting is the grace that vindicated you when you were waiting. Stay humble. Stay grateful. And let your restoration be a testimony that encourages everyone who's still believing for theirs. God didn't bring you through all of this just so you could live comfortably. He brought you through it so you could be a light for someone else walking through their own darkness. So when your breakthrough comes, share it. Testify about it. Let people know that God still defends His own. Your story is going to set someone free. Your vindication is going to give someone hope. And your testimony is going to prove that God is faithful even when everything looks impossible. You are chosen, you are protected, you are loved, and nothing can stop what God has set in motion for your life. What He does when someone hurts a chosen woman is defend her with everything He has. Your defense is coming, your vindication is near, and your elevation is guaranteed. I want to address something that might be in your heart right now. You might be thinking, but what if they never apologize? What if they never acknowledge what they did? What if they go to their grave never taking responsibility? And here's what I need you to understand. Your healing is not dependent on their apology. Your restoration is not contingent on their acknowledgement. God can vindicate you without them ever admitting they were wrong, because your vindication comes from God, not from people. Sometimes the greatest justice is not that they face consequences, though they will. Sometimes the greatest justice is that you're healed, restored, and elevated while they remain stuck in the same place. Sometimes the best revenge is not revenge at all. It's living so well, thriving so completely that your life becomes the evidence that God fights for His own. And here's what's going to happen when you're elevated. When God promotes you publicly, when your breakthrough becomes visible, when your restoration is undeniable, the same people who hurt you are going to see it. They're going to watch you rise. They're going to witness your success. And they're going to realize too late that they came against someone who was under divine protection. That realization, that regret, that's part of God's justice too. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to wait for their regret to feel vindicated. I don't want you to need their acknowledgement to feel validated. I don't want you to require their apology to experience freedom. You can have all of that right now by choosing to forgive. Not for them, for you. Because forgiveness is not about them deserving it. It's about you deserving peace. When you forgive, you're not saying what they did was okay. You are saying you are no longer going to carry the weight of what they did. You're releasing them to God and releasing yourself to freedom. And that freedom is going to position you to receive everything God has for you without the baggage of bitterness weighing you down. So make the decision today. Decide that you're going to trust God with the justice. You're going to release the person to Him. You're going to forgive not because they earned it, but because you deserve peace. And then watch what God does. Watch how He moves. Watch how He fights. Watch how He vindicates. And watch how He elevates you in ways that prove He was with you all along. The hurt was real. The pain was deep. The injustice was wrong. But God is faithful. And what He does when someone hurts a chosen woman is come to her defense with everything He has. Your defense is here. Your vindication is now, and your elevation is guaranteed. Trust Him. He's got you. One final word. The enemy wanted to use that hurt to destroy you. He wanted it to make you bitter, angry, vengeful, and hard. He wanted it to disconnect you from God and disconnect you from your purpose. But it didn't work. You're still here. You're still believing. You're still trusting. And that's proof that he failed. What he meant for evil, God is turning for good. The very thing the enemy used to attack you is going to become the platform God uses to promote you. Your story is powerful. Your testimony is going to impact lives. Your survival is going to inspire others. And your vindication is going to prove that God is faithful. So hold your head high, walk with confidence, and know that the same God who held you in the valley is about to showcase you on the mountain. What God does when someone hurts a chosen woman is show the world that nobody touches His anointed without answering to Him. Your moment is here. Your vindication is coming, and God is about to prove that He fights for His own. And here's something else you need to know. The person who hurt you isn't your enemy. They're just a tool the enemy used. The real battle has never been with flesh and blood. It's always been spiritual. And when you understand that, it changes everything. You stop focusing on the person and start focusing on the God who's fighting for you. You stop trying to get even and start trusting God to make it right. You stop carrying the burden of revenge and start walking in the freedom of forgiveness. This perspective shift is crucial because when you see the situation correctly, when you understand the spiritual dynamics at play, you realize that your victory was never dependent on you fighting back. It was always dependent on you trusting God to fight for you. And He's been fighting behind the scenes in ways you can't see, moving pieces you're not aware of, setting things up for your vindication. And very soon, what He's been doing in secret is going to become visible. And everyone will see that God was with you all along. So release the need for personal revenge. Give up the desire to see them suffer. Trust that God will handle it His way, which is always better than your way. And position yourself to receive the blessing that's coming after the vindication. Because God never just defends you, He also promotes you. He never just fights for you, He also elevates you. And what's waiting on the other side of this trial is better than anything you've ever experienced. Your best days aren't behind you. They're ahead of you. And they're closer than you think.